Yo, so I didn't even plan this one, yeah? But, like, I've consistently said, I understand why United have their top midfield target as Elliot Anderson. I understand it. But I've consistently said, for me, part of my criteria when it comes to the possible targets for Man United is they have to have like some type of affinity to the club. They have to genuinely want to play for Man United. They have to kind of see Man United as their dream, their dream, their part of their future, not just a stepping stone, not just a paycheck. And yeah, I see ability-wise why Elliot Anderson is the number one target for the United fans, the board, and whatnot. But the second fiddle thing, like, clearly, unless these are made up reports and I don't know, like, unless this is some PR spin, he clearly wants Man City. He clearly sees United as the second option, the fullback option. So for me, do we really want that? Do we really want that? And for me, are we looking at the wrong Nottingham Forest player? 100 million, up to 120 million for Elliot Anderson. I feel like half of that, 60 million, you can go and get Morgan Gibbs-White. Obviously not as a Casemiro replacement, but 60 million, you go and get Morgan Gibbs-White. Even if there was a deal to be had, like a swap deal with cash, with Mason Mount, 40 million or whatnot. Listen, for me, in general, I feel like we're targeting the wrong Nottingham Forest player. You go in there and you get Morgan Gibbs-White. I don't want a player that wants another club. Like, not for me. You might as well go and take half of that money that you're going to spend on Elliot Anderson. Go and get Morgan Gibbs-White. That's your long-term Bruno replacement. Not to say he's Bruno levels, but you see what he's been doing in the Premiership for Nottingham Forest, in Europe for Nottingham Forest. We've all seen it. And it's, for me, with Morgan Gibbs-White, it's not just his ability on the pitch. It's his whole character, his whole demeanour, his passion, his work rate off the ball. It's those other things as well that matter. Like, you see him influencing the game even when he's not got the ball at his feet. You see him coaching other players, and you see him, he's one of those players, you can feel it with him. He's like, they've got like an aura, presence. They've got a presence, but it's some players have that influence, that aura, that presence. But for some players, it's like it's a negative thing. It could be a bit unbearable for their teammates. It's like a dark shadow, a dark cloud. But with the likes of Bruno and Morgan Gibbs-White, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. When you see your top player, your talented player, working way harder than defenders and defensive midfield players, it makes you have to buck your ideas up. And it also gives you belief to say, if he's triggering the press and running around like a madman in a face mask with 2 black eyes and a broken nose and whatnot, still looking like he's willing to run through brick walls. And not just, because cool, there's a lot of players that have, not a lot of players, but there's players that have that attitude. And in majority of the time, they're the players that have less natural ability. So they have to kind of compensate with those other attributes, those characteristics. When you see players that are top tier talented footballers, but they're showing that side, you gotta respect it. It's commendable, it's infectious, and yeah, from everything what I've seen from him, his demeanour, his off the ball interviews, because I've been seeing like Gibbs White from youth football. From that World Cup winning youth England team. I tracked a lot of their careers. So from he was at Wolves. Do you know what I mean? Trust me, it'll be a brilliant long-term replacement for Bruno. And I feel like it will be important to bring him in before we let go of Bruno, because then he can learn from the man that he's going to replace. He can learn from Bruno, can kind of not school him, but show him those little things that are needed in the club, the little off the ball things. Do you know what I mean? The people within the club that you need to take care of, put an arm around, and do you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, are we targeting the wrong Nottingham Forest player? Should we be abandoning Elliot Anderson and going for Morgan Gibbs White? Let me know what you think in the comments. Just said it. Peace.